Greetings and salutations, my peeps. I'm trying out a new intro. It's supposed to be a little quirky and weird and your silence speaks volumes. Anyway, the Nintendo Switch 2 launches in like less than a week. And you know, I figured I should make a video on it because, so yeah, let's not waste any more time with this intro. Let's stop yapping and start yapping. First thing we gotta talk about was the Switch 2 Direct. I mean, I had to wake up pretty early and I had school that morning, but I mean, Mario's all I'll ever need. Who cares about school when I have Mario? Now, of course, I recorded my reaction and I was gonna post it on the YouTube channel. So you might ask why I didn't. There were some technical difficulties. But that doesn't matter anymore because I got a new laptop. So out with the old one. Thank goodness that landed. And in with the new one. It's off screen and I can't show you it because I don't want to mess up my camera setup. Dang it! So first up, we're going to talk about the Mario Kart World Direct. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait to play this game. The idea of an open world Mario Kart is just so compelling. I've always dreamed about exploring the areas outside of tracks, but I never actually thought Nintendo would do that in the game. Plus the tracks themselves look super fun. The new mechanics like wall riding and rail grinding looks like so much fun. And there are so many new and fun characters. I've been using the word fun a lot, haven't I? And the game looks so much better than Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. 8 already looked fantastic, but World takes things to a whole new level. The cartoon world feels alive, and the drivers are far more expressive than ever. It really feels like the karts are simply an extension of the characters themselves, which I couldn't really say about any other Mario Kart game. Then, next up, they talked about Game Chat, which is pretty cool. I can finally be excited about a feature I won't use at all. Yeah, as cool as it is having Game Chat built into the system, instead of a smartphone app, I've never been much of a voice chat person in the first place. Maybe because of that smartphone app, now that I think about it. I'll definitely try it out, but this is certainly not a selling point for me. Also, check out those frames. All 10 of them. Next, they talked about a new feature for Switch 2, Game Share. You know, after the new feature for Switch 2, Game Chat. I'm so happy that we are finally getting download playback. And while you can use it in person, even sharing Switch 2 games with Switch 1 consoles, you can also stream games to other Switch 2s online, which is super awesome. I can't wait to finally play games with faraway friends who don't even own said games. And speaking of awesome Switch 2 features, they revealed a lot more than just Game Share. They revealed Air. The screen is 1080p LCD with HDR, and it can show up to 120 frames per second. This is not my Nintendo. First off, 120 FPS is amazing. I was not expecting that. And secondly, HDR is really amazing as well. And from early reports, the screen looks really good. The only complaint I have is that the screen isn't OLED, but I'm not too upset by that, as this screen still seems like a significant upgrade compared to Switch 1. So, while it could be better, I'm really happy with what we got. As far as graphics are concerned in general, the Switch 2 dock can output 4K resolution at 60 FPS. You've got to be kidding me. It kind of feels surreal, but this Nintendo generation, we will have games that perform not far behind the Xbox and PlayStation. Like, what? And of course, Nintendo finally confirmed that the Joy-Con 2 controllers will act as mice. Finally, another thing I don't need! And while the mouse feature is really cool, I doubt I'll be using it too much. I'm definitely a console gamer and use the good old stick and button controls. I'll still definitely try out the mouse controls, and it might be fun for some RTSs and FPSs, but again, it's not a selling point. Now, to see the mouse controls work, and a bunch of other features the console has, we have the Nintendo Switch Welcome Tour. This game kind of stinks, and did I say Nintendo Switch Welcome Tour? I meant the Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour. I am doing great with my script reading skills. Not that the quality is bad, rather the fact that it costs $10, and for a console that costs $450, I'm just like, why couldn't you throw us a little bone here? PlayStation got Astro's Playroom. Why can't we get Welcome Tour? Next up in the Direct, they talked about Switch 2 Edition games, and I'm very excited to see these. Not only is Nintendo making new releases and making them run amazing on Switch 2, or run at all, but they're also taking older games as well and adding new content and features to them. I'm really excited for Kirby's Star-Crossed World, Metroid Prime 4 running at 4K 60 FPS, for the Pokemon Legends ZA game to run, and for the opportunity to replay Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom without ridiculously long load times. And I guess Mario Party was in there too, but I'm not as interested. Again, I'm so glad they're updating old games, as this means that we could still get DLC for games that never got any. Pikmin 4, perhaps? Super Mario Bros. Wonder? Please, 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 Nintendo, please. Plus, some games are getting free updates as well, which is very cool. I can't wait to play Super Mario Odyssey in a good resolution. Yeah! And then, next in the Direct, they showed Dragon Drive, and this game looks kind of cool, but it's one of the games I don't really have much to say about. I guess the only thing I do really have to say about it is it better have lots of content, because it seems pretty basic as is, but if reviews are good, I might pick it up, because it looks pretty interesting. Finally, we reached the section of the Direct that non-Nintendo fans cared about. I'm sure they were dying for the first half, and wow, we are getting so much third-party support. I mean, Deltarune is a launch title, we're getting an exclusive FromSoft game, and Final Fantasy VII Remake is coming over? Like, what? The games I'm specifically looking forward to playing are Elden Ring, Split Fiction, Deltarune, and the Duskbloods. And I guess people can play the other games as well, but I won't be, I'm sorry. Between third-party announcements, we also got some other cool news. We're getting a new Hyrule Warriors game, Age of Imprisonment. I absolutely loved Age of Calamity, and this new game not only being a canonical story, but looking to run extremely well, is just really exciting. And not only that, but we're getting GameCube games on NSO as well. What? Dude, we're getting The Legend of Zelda The Wind Waker, F-Zero GX, Luigi's Mansion, Chibi Robo, Super Mario Strikers, Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness, and the one Fire Emblem game of... I don't remember the name of it! The GameCube had such a quality library that I can't wait to see all the games we're gonna get. Star Fox Assault, maybe? Smash Brothers Melee? Prime 2? Don't need that one on GameCube NSO. I got the trilogy a couple weeks ago. What if they release the remasters now? Shoot! And finally, at the very end, because we've been skipping around because I was a lazy scriptwriter, yeah, we got 2 more first-party announcements. What? Guys, a new Kirby Air Ride created by Masahiro Sakurai himself. This is absolutely crazy. And then a new 3D Donkey Kong. I can't take this anymore. I'm done. Okay, but seriously, I should record the rest of the thing. This is a big deal. DK has gotten so few mainline games since the Rare acquisition, and this is a 3D Donkey Kong. This is more or less Super Mario Odyssey 2, just based on the early looks of the gameplay and design. And I want a new Super Mario Odyssey, but instead this is a new DK, which is even cooler! Yeah, so that was one of my favorite directs of all time. They announced so much stuff, and stuff I'm actually interested in. We're getting Mario Kart World, as well as a slew of amazing third-party games on day 1, DK Bonanza a month later, and so many more games to look forward to after that, like Elden Ring, Metroid Prime 4, Pokemon Legends ZA, and the Duskbloods. What could possibly sour this direct? Oh. Shoot. Now look, a $450 console, I don't think that's that bad. I'd actually say it's pretty good for a console with all the features of Switch 2. It's thin, it runs 8th generation games, it has mouse functionality built in, and of course, the entire library of Switch 1 to play on it. But $80 is asking too much for Mario Kart World, and having most other games be $70 isn't great either. Now, here's the thing. I can justify spending a premium for Nintendo games, because I'll play them for forever. I'm gonna play 200 plus hours of Mario Kart World, I guarantee it. It's worth $80 to me, but not for everyone. You see, my biggest disappointment with the Switch 2 generation is the fact that not as many people are going to be able to experience it. The fact that this console, along with its games and accessories, cost significantly more than the Switch 1's, means people simply won't be able to afford it. And that's really sad because from the looks of it, the games coming out on this system are of incredible quality. And of course, the one other big problem I have with it is the game key cards. Essentially, game key cards don't have the game on it and act as a license to download the game. It's not the fact that this exists that bothers me. In fact, this has basically been a thing for all other consoles for the past decade or something, but it's how game key cards are being used. For games that can't fit on a 64GB cartridge, I get game cards being a neat alternative to a fully digital game, but the problem is that so many of these games could fit on these cartridges, yet they're being sold as game key cards. This will hurt the collectability of many games, as well as having the headaches of still downloading the game. At least Nintendo has said that they won't be using game key cards anytime soon. They're already charging so much for their games that they'd better keep publishing all their games fully physical. So overall, while Switch 2 definitely has some more than minor issues, overall I'm still really excited to be able to play this console and these games because I'm a Nintendo fan, what else am I gonna do? I did fortunately get all my pre-orders, but I'm not gonna talk about that right now because I'm too lazy to write that in. You're starting to see a theme here, aren't you? Still though, Switch 2 launches in less than a week. And of course, I'll be making a video about my thoughts and impressions and such. I forgot what I was gonna say.